Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. My friends, as you know, actions have consequences. Good consequences or negative, positive or negative. In this case, we have Canada. Unfortunately, Canada has an idiot in charge. Not in charge. He supposedly represents the Canadian people, but he is at the orders of the same guys. Biden is the same orders. So what's going on here? If you remember, he got into a little wrestling match with China a long time ago with that, what was that, a CEO of a big Chinese company arrested that person supposedly at the orders of Al Capone. And then I think the Chinese arrested two spies, that's how they claimed, in China, Canadian spies of certain names and certain ethnic background. Please look for them if you didn't already. Anyway, so then they smacked around a little bit. Canada with 40 million people challenges the other guys with 1.5 billion or something. Anyway, let's go beyond this because Canada has a big mouth because of Al Capone down south. Al Capone gone. Probably Canada will become a normal country. I'm talking about the leaders, okay? But still, the leaders were voted in office by Canadian people, so partly responsible, right? Collective punishment here or awards. All right, so what happened now? They got in charge. They now got against India. If you remember, Canada has a problem with India. They claimed the Indian special whatever killed a sheep in Canada and okay. Again, these guys pushed button. Trudeau pushes buttons wherever he feels like. Why? Because he's morally superior to everyone. So he can point that everybody has a good match of socks with shoes but him. But he is the black-faced one, the good one. So now China, unfortunately, smacks, or at least, how should I put it, shows a little bit of consequences of talking tough. And what happened? An aggressive Chinese fighter jet spooks Canadian plane on United Nations mission. Wow. Let's see where that happened. Right? It's always important where happened. Where did that happen? So Bloomberg, aggressive quote-unquote Chinese fighter jets, plural, spook Canadian plane on United Nations mission. So that plane was on United Nations mission. A Canadian general criticized the Chinese Air Force, that's all you can do, over an incident off the coast of, what am I reading here? Off the coast of the Asian nation. Is Canada an Asian nation? No, it's a North American nation, right? So that means that Canadian airplane was by China, because China is an Asian nation. And I will show you two maps in order you have any doubts about it. That apparently saw a fighter jet cut off a patrol plane. The plane was patrolling and dropped flares in its path. So the patrol was patrolling what exactly? The Canadian plane was patrolling what exactly at the coast of China? Friends or enemies? I think enemies. The episode on Monday was reported by Global News, which had journalists on the Canadian surveillance aircraft. Surveillance. What were they surveilling? The whales? What they were doing? The seals in the water? Sharks? What the fuck they were doing over there? Chinese fighters also flew within 5 meters, 5.5 yards of the plane, it added. Yeah, backed up. And I'm quoting, they became very aggressive and to the degree we would deem it unsafe and unprofessional. End quote. Major General Yane Huddleston told the Canadian news outlet Canada didn't want to have anything untoward happen that would result in loss of life, he said. Then back the fuck up. Okay? Or back the fuck off. Is that how it is? One of the two. You know what I mean? That means take your little balls, drag them back to Canada and give them to the Al Capone to lick them a little bit. Anyway, Beijing filed a diplomatic complaint with Ottawa over the incident in the South China Sea. Oh my God, let's see. Let's look over the map. Adding that in the recent years, Canadian planes have conducted reconnaissance against China. So let's see. Where is this, man? Where is the South China Sea? Now, this is the Pacific Ocean. Start from far away, okay? Can you point where Canada is? Well, I'm going to help you. Right here. This is Canada, okay? Canada, la 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 la. Okay, here it is. Vancouver coast right here. You know what you have over there? A lot of, Chinese. They're taking over. But hey, no problem. And they flew from here, not from the United States, from here. Right here. South China Sea is right here. This is China in yellow, Yangtze River, Yellow River, right? So right here. So this is Japan. This is Russia. So here, they flew from here to here just to, I don't know, spy on China. That's why they went over there with some reporters over there. Okay, yeah, let me get them a little bit over there like a human shield. No, it's not human shield, Emil. They're all over there on a research mission by monitored by the United Nations. Okay, so they flew from here, but the Chinese didn't fly around here. I never heard that. Did they fly around Vancouver? Nah. So anyway, this is one map. Let me show another map. Okay, so we have here East China. See, right here. So south of Japan, this is east. Okay, and south is right here between the Philippines, Vietnam, and blah blah blah. Here is where the weasel planes around Taiwan, surprise, surprise, were just minding their own business. Remember this one right here. From here to here, my friends. That's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll. So, all right, and I'm quoting, Canadian airships have made trouble at the doorstep of China, she said. And according to then, Canada should respect facts and stop spreading false information, end quote. China's defense ministry didn't immediately respond to a faxed request for comment. All right, my friends, so let's put it this way. What do you think would happen, as I said, if Al Capone would not exist? I guarantee you a lot of countries on this planet, about 20 or maybe 15, will become normal. And I'm talking about Great Britain, France, Germany, the Baltic states, Poland, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Japan, maybe South Korea. All these countries will become normal. Ukraine will be turned normal overnight, just like that. Why? Because these countries will not have the Al Capone in charge anymore, and they will be alone, and they will show their ballless, that means without balls, squeaky between the legs, attitude. All these countries that I mentioned, they will take from here, their big mouth is going to turn into this big mouth, right? This big mouth right here. But hey, until then, you have Al Capone still in power, and you can afford, barking behind the big lion. Like, remember Simba, that little cartoon, Simba, and you have Scar being the bad lion, which personally I liked, because more than Simba was a sissy, was a pussified lion. The other guy showed that he's a lion, sophisticated, cool, nice, and nice. Anyway. Nice in a certain way. And you had the hyenas. You remember the hyenas behind? Now the hyenas are the ones that I mentioned. Great Britain, Canada, Australia, Poland, the Baltic states. These are the hyenas. With the big lion, they're all tough and without the Scar, the black mane lion would be, excuse me, yeah. Yeah, that's why Canada is so strong and goes over there in China area. If there would be no United States of America, you would not find a fucking Canadian airplane in an area. I guarantee you that. And this would not be just a zzz, zzz, zzz. Would be boom, bam. Now what? What are you going to do, Canada? Let me unzip it, all right? You got the hint. Anyway, my friends, here it is. Actions have consequences, and these guys are just, how do you call it, the instigators, troublemakers. And when they get smacked, excuse me, Al Capone, can you And I think they're spoken. They are, you do this, you do this, you do this, and if something happens, I'm gonna come over. I mean, in real life, that's the way it happens. Go around the block a few times. You can find that since you're a child. Among little groups, the same way. I want to smack you, and I don't want to, how should I put it? I don't want to be blamed for it, like I initiated it. I will create a problem with someone through someone else, one of my little weasels. And my little weasel is going to be smacked by you for good reasons, and I'm going to smack you and say, hey, what are you doing, man? Oh, you smack Canada now? Good job. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.